Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodi. I'd like to welcome you guys to my channel. Today, we're going to keep on working with Robert Kirkman's Marvel Team Up issues 3 through 6. Kirkman just really killed it on this series. I already said that in a previous video, but before I spoil it for you guys, just go ahead and read it. The whole run is really good. Scott Kolins is the main artist. This came out in 2005, and in this story, it's going to focus and revolve around the main villain, which is the Iron Maniac. He doesn't get that name till way further down the line, but it's an evil Tony Stark that accidentally ended up in the normal Marvel 616 universe, and he starts causing trouble. And a bunch of heroes are gonna cross paths with this very, very dangerous villain. So, as I said before, Iron Maniac arrives in the previous story arc. He has some real beef with Reed Richards. One thing I gotta tell you guys, like in each one of these issues, always in one panel you're gonna have like one super obscure Marvel character pop up. Like in now Moon Knight, you see him a lot more. He's not an A-list character, but like he's more well known nowadays. Actually, there's a big story arc with him fighting against the Avengers. But back in the early 2000s, this guy was like totally missing in action. So seeing him in one of these panels was just pretty hilarious. In the previous story, we had Nova popping up out of nowhere and being used further down the line. Then in another story, we had Sleepwalker also appear. So it seems that Kirkman had a thing with these pretty obscure characters during that time. So we have the Fantastic Four there at their base. Iron Maniac arrives because it's never actually explained why Iron Maniac hates Reed Richards so much, but he has some real beef with them. And I love this whole situation where the Fantastic Four are all sitting down as a family, Reed and Sue, having breakfast with their kids. A villain starts attacking, and they have to deal with where they're going to put the kids during the battle. So they take them, use a portal, leave the kids on the moon, on Attilan, so Crystal can take care of them. And they have to deal with this evil version of Tony Stark. And obviously the battle's utter pandemonium. We have Doctor Strange jumping in and trying to give the Fantastic a hand with this whole situation. And what we discover is that this Iron Maniac, which actually uses one of those old Iron Man armors, he's no pushover. He's insanely powerful. The Fantastic Four, combined with Doctor Strange's powers, are really having a tough time trying to control this guy. So we get the big reveal that Iron Maniac is Tony Stark. Iron Maniac actually, using his powers, briefly leaves Fantastic Four without their powers. He's going to go in for his killing blow. Doctor Strange swoops in at the nick of time, unleashing the full potential of his magic powers. So Iron Maniac makes a run for it. He's going to try to kill Mr. Fantastic further down the line. We also get a story arc. It's a subplot where we have this scroll called, I can't remember his name. Let me check it up. Titanus. His ship has crash landed in Japan. He's trying to study the Earth, study its inhabitants, try to understand this whole thing with all these super beings running around on the planet. And Iron Maniac actually tries to search the globe for trying to find a power source to create a portal so he can go teleport back to his dimension. He doesn't want to be here. He actually hacks into one of Tony Stark's computers. Obviously, since he's also Tony Stark, all the biometrics are going to be the same, so he's able to hack in, and he discovers the existence of this mutant kid that was actually the fat kid that had exploding powers from the first story arc. He's on the run. Hulk wants to eat him. That's something like that, but it's pretty hilarious. He gets rescued by the Iron Maniac, while Titanus has to deal with Sunfire. He has arrived, and that's actually one thing that Iron Man actually talks about in this Iron Man. Iron Maniac talks about how the arrival of Titanus is going to mark a change where everything is basically going to hell after that. Like Titanus just basically destroys the world and everything goes to shit from there. Then we cut to a battle between Spider-Man and Cardiac, which is hilarious. Because always Cardiac gets the upper hand on Spidey in every battle, like because Cardiac is like this anti-hero. He has good intentions, as just his methods are just wrong. But I've always wondered why, and again, another really obscure character that where Kirkman decides to use, why we never got a Cardiac solo series. He's aesthetically, he's a really cool character. His power sets are pretty awesome. The guy's a good intentioned doctor. He wants to help people. And they've never put him on a team. So Marvel, listen to me. Put Cardiac somewhere on a team. So what happens is, Iron Maniac uses Explodey Boy. I know Explodey Boy is on Genosha is one of those zombies, but he uses Explodey Boy or Golden Kid. He never got a formal name as a supervillain to create a portal, but obviously if he opens that portal that's established, everything's going to go to hell. He can't open that portal back to his universe because for some reason the world's going to end. We have X-23 who decides she catches the scent of Explodey Boy off Wolverine. He went back to the X-Men mansion after battling him. He was just exhausted over the whole battle. So X-23 wants to give Wolvie a hand. He's going to hunt this guy down. And the dialogue between Spider-Man and X-23 is hilarious. There's a moment where Spider-Man's like, well, Logan, what the hell happened to you? Why are you a woman? And just how X-23 just despises Spider-Man, just can't stand him. And the whole battle between X-23 and Spidey ruins the element of surprise because they were going to try to crash in on this whole situation between Iron Maniac and Explodey Boy. Things pretty much go to hell for poor X-23. Also, we get the introduction into the story with Captain America and Black Widow, who also join in for the fun in this battle. Explodey Boy explodes again. They stop the opening of the portal. This actually happens all before Civil War, so we have a moment of camaraderie between Captain America and Iron Man, which actually is pretty cool to see because how good friends they were back then, and the respect and camaraderie. And Iron Man really worried how he could have gone bad and why he turned into a villain and what pushed him. And this sort of foreshadows that when you read Civil War further down the line, maybe Civil War breaks Tony's mind and he turns into the Iron Maniac because of that. Like this story that came right before Civil War sort of opens that door. So it's pretty interesting. So I'm gonna leave this video here. The next story arc with the Ringmaster is just hilarious. It's very well written. It's the best. It's at least the best story arc in this run that Kirkman had written. So hope you guys liked this video. See you guys next time. Bye.